Hello, I'm Kirby Khan, and welcome to my digital bonsai tree. Right now, my sapling consists of a single iron contraption, a tiny coal Ouroboros, an empty stone machine. Poor guy. Poor guy. Be hungry no more. And a copper furnace. Last episode, we went over the basic resources that are available in Factorio. Now that we have accrued some amounts, let's go ahead and start off. Before I start discussing a couple of topics, I do need to ferry around, collect some of these numbers, retrieve more fuel, so that they may continue to percolate while I am doing my dance. So set those guys up for about equal-ish, even though it doesn't really matter because they burn fuel at a different rate. But to me it feels nicer when it's about equal-ish. What are we going to do today? Today we want to start on electricity, power. Yes. Because right now what we can craft is a very limited number of things. We can make a gun, some bullets for said gun, a vest. In fact, let's make that vest. Radar, but that's not going to work because we don't have the things that will make it work, which is steam power. To get steam power, we're going to need some furnaces. To get furnaces, we're going to need some raw stone. So, 82 should be a fair amount. Let's go ahead and make one or two. Let's just make one for demonstration purposes. With a 2 steam engine component. Keep on ferrying between these locations. Pick a nice little area around here. Now, I feel like it should be on the other side of this bus. On the other side of this lake. People who are familiar with Factorio should recognize that Freudian slip and know what is coming. But for right now, we need electricity. Electricity is generated with one of these guys. Basically, put water inside of the boiler, put fuel along with that water, out generates steam. Steam gets processed into this contraption called doohickey, which generates about 900 kilowatts of electricity juice. In order to get water, we need to go to a lake. Create in the production tab one offshore pump. Give myself a couple of underground pipes as well. And then once this power is generated, I'm going to need to ferry that power on over to someplace useful. Using up all of the precious wood that I have procured. Oh, friend. That is a fish. This is his home. We could scoop up this fish. And with that, we have an item that has a shooting speed of 2 per second, and it causes negative 80 physical damage. That is a very fancy way of saying that this heals you for some amount. Alright, our items are done pocket crafting. Let's go ahead, hook this bad boy up. Has its amount of seed coal that will fill up this generator. First place I want this is going to be, well, we will route it through the iron and also a little bit through the coal. But, well, we are generating that big old thing. Let's go ahead and get these to create some larger numbers for us. Make a 6-pack of burner mining drills. Still have quite a few left over for furnaces afterwards. That is good. There you go. Weave these through the trees. Alright, we will increase this Ouroboros to 4. And allow that to percolate a little bit longer. Increase this guy by some. Far greater than our ability to manufacture fuel, but at some point it'll level out. Let's go ahead, shove some of these bits and bobs up in here. I forget how this goes. It's that, 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 that. Do, boop, boop. Do, boop, boop, boop. No. Okay. Now those will continue. I have now quadrupled my iron production in the same amount that it took me to make 32 iron plates. We will make 4 times that. 8 carry the 3. 128 iron plates in the exact same amount of time. Fuel will also be brought on over there, but we keep on accruing numbers of iron plates. What can we do with them? Well, one of the things that we can do is, well, let me get this guy set up first. And grab a couple of more resource. I don't like not being able to see all of my base all at the same time. So radar is going to go down here. Yeah, about there. Now that is sucking up the juice. As you can see, radar is very expensive. Takes 1/3 of our power output. But vision is worth it. Next concept that I want to bring along is science. Let's go ahead and let that pocket craft for a little bit. It is going to take a while from what you see in the lower left hand corner. Grabbing more such resources. Take these science juices. Feed them into this dome. And out comes some good stuff. Let's go ahead and craft another couple. While I increase the copper. Oop. Never want to be completely without wood. Never know. Never know when you might need a fuel source. About this game, I don't know if it's from my experience in playing idle incremental clickers, but I absolutely must optimize. All of this stuff could honestly run until the fuel runs out. I check on it a little bit later. Still be fine. But I have a need, desire to keep things running smoothly. Because look at that, I can just get that iron, and I'm going to need that iron. With that, let us go ahead, make our first science machine. As soon as I placed that science dome, it immediately asked me what I want to science for. On the left-hand side is a list of every single technology that I can feed into my intent. How do I phrase this? On the left side of the screen, this is every technology that is, I'm not going to say available, but damn near. A lot of these will not show up until the prerequisites are set. But the first one is automation. If you remember 30 minutes ago, probably in YouTube time, talked about automation. We will start small with the cost of 10 science potions. Plop all of these up in here, and it'll work on that for a while. Until all 10 of these is used up, or until the research is complete. One of the two. Not liking how this little walk path gets me stuck up in these trees. And I am in need of tree. See on the upper right hand corner, that green bar is slowly going up. That's good. That's what I want. Oh no. But if you accidentally rip something up, you can always place it back down. Everything's okay. Nothing in this game is truly permanent. I guess with the exception of chopping down these trees, because they are a finite resource. So I guess I don't really value trees. Production. Take a look at our guys. This was pointed in the wrong direction, so point that correct area. We'll start working. These other ones, working just fine. Let's go ahead and grab the iron plates from them. Grab the coal that is available there with a little swoop. Grab the copper that is within arm's reach. And then I believe this will be the last time that I actually like grab for stone, but I've been wrong so many times before. Alright, that done up. Let's go ahead and get logistics 2 for the sake of underground belts. Very expensive, but very important. I'll grab the whole lot because I ain't got nothing else to spend on my inventory. Let's clear out some of the stony area, because I will mine this out at some point in time. So this is not wasted effort. It is very important. Or not important at all. To ensure that your effort is spent wisely. Whew. Automation was done up. Let's see what we can do with that. Automation is hella cool. Let's build that. Couple of boxes. Couple of other boxes. Let's see what we can do with this. First thing I want to get to automating is intermediary products, such as the iron gear and the electronic circuit you've seen on the lower left-hand corner. Anytime I want to make, one of these guys, 4 products show up. That is so many products. Let's try and consolidate that down a little bit so that it doesn't have to happen in our pocket. Plop this guy down over here. Get a box. 2 boxes. Build a couple of arms for reasons. And let's take a look at this machine. Beautiful machine. It's called an assembler. And it will create, much like you do, anything that you want. First level of this is very limited. Only items that take 2. Yeah, only items of up to 2 ingredients can be crafted using this machine, and it will be slightly slower than if you were to craft it out of your pocket. Yes, crafting speed 0.5. But you don't have to do it, so it can take as long as it wants. I don't know. Anyways, let us configure this to be an example of the iron gear wheel. Here, you can see that it has the ingredients of iron gear, right hand side, its output, the iron gear wheel. Recipe is 2 iron plates come in, 1 iron gear wheel comes out. Put 50 up in there, and then if we let this cook for long enough, 25 will take its place. Now it will stack up to a 100. That's fine, that's good. But if I want more than just 100, if I want this to percolate for a while, well, we'll take care of that later. Second intermediary product I want to test out is gonna be I'm gonna need like 2 more of these. Also gonna need, oh no, I've run out of juice. And that is because this has run out of coal. Get that back and working. Gotta be on your toes in the early game. Everything is so dependent on your constant input at the very beginning moments. And later on in the game, you forget that these systems are even up in place. It's a fun progression. Oh no! So many things. Running out of fuel. I am lollygagging. Lollygagging. So hard. Let's just go ahead and grab up all of these items. Don't need any more stone. We'll just take all of this coal, swoop it down. Swoop. Alright, so I got 2 that will need slightly more immediate care. I think it will about run dry, but by the time it runs dry, I will have enough. Alright, gotten all of those. Let's go ahead and take these items, convert them on down further. I have 3 assembly machines. That is enough for my next project, which is going to be one of these guys. Now, I want to make electronic circuits. Electronic circuits takes an iron plate and 3 copper cables. So, I need to make another thing. I need to make copper cables. We're gonna have this one making copper cables, and have these transferred on into here. But I don't want to do that like for every single one, and I don't want to like come back and then do it and then wait again for these to get created. So I'm gonna have this arm act as me instead. Go ahead and have this percolating. Shove some iron up in here. As you can see, it is working. Unfortunately, it's not working too hard because this guy does not. It stops working after 3. That's a shame. Got to put it into a storage solution, like a box. Get myself another arm, and boom, have these delicious green circuits being generated without my knowledge or approval. These boxes I have pre-placed, I just don't feel like, clicking on the thing and actually putting it on up here. It seems silly. Like this right here, it's not quite true yet, but if I were to say do this for testing purposes, it will run out of space for the output by the time before this gets finished. If I want it to maintain pace, what I need to do is get one of these guys. Should have picked up these circuits before making one of those, because now all I need to do is that. And then just put it in a box. Easy. One thing I can do is I can put iron in this box, have the arm move it into the machine, because a box can hold far more than this machine. Now with these intermediary products, I'm gonna go back, check on the numbers generation, my mining operation, and see what's good. It's nice to know that those 2 have not run out yet. I have a nice 300 iron in my pocket that I will feed to those machines momentarily. And we're gonna fill these guys up. Because I just don't feel like fiddling with number. I'm not overly concerned with the status of that. I am kind of concerned that my iron and my power is... I'm feeling a little bit constrained. I'm going to have to upgrade my fuel generation. For me to do that, I'm going to have to chop these trees, ruminate on the things, and figure out what my next move is. I have automated intermediate products. How can I use that to help me? Thank you for watching me fiddling around with my digital bonsai tree. Have a good day.